Well, howdy guys, this is Court Cat 13. I'm a woman with a deep voice, and we are back with more Everhood. Last time we left off, we destroyed the universe itself. And I left y'all on a cliffhanger. I know I'm a bitch. But now, we're going to see what lies on the other side. It's going to be exciting. Probably. Maybe not. Where am I? Am I dead now? What am I? Hello. Do not worry. You have done well. This is the end of this life. Before we venture forward, I have something to show you. The Big Bang? Heh. Who knew that the Buddha was that powerful? Well, okay. You know, I'm not even gonna finish that joke has been left behind. There's Pink. You are awake. Barely. You have freed everyone from the immortal realm. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Welcome to the waiting room. This is the place of reconciliation, the place after death. In the end of the game. Oh, well, fourth wall breaking. There we go. I guess when we destroyed the universe, we destroyed the fourth wall with it. And I thought that last battle was supposed to be the place of reconciliation. Apparently not. Wow. I'm sorry for attacking you, Pink. I thought I did the right thing. It is both exciting and a bit melancholic that we're going to leave the realm. I've lived for so long. Yet I feel like there's so much more of me to... Thank you. Thank you, Rusty Beast. I got what you meant. Alright, so... yeah, welcome to the waiting room, everyone. I think you're kind of getting the general gist of this thing. Basically, you're able to just kind of communicate with all the NPCs that we've battled or interacted with throughout the game. Then they get their final thoughts before they see the end. It's honestly kind of a nice way of ending things off. I like this. When you have to say Grundle. I am thankful. I was hurt. That sucks. You helped me. Professor Orange, not so nice. To me. Yeah, I think that was pretty evident. Let's see here. Who do I want to talk to next? How you doing? I've never got the chance to truly meet you for so many years. No. For so many decades, I've been living in a world of terror. I was held prisoner by Professor Orange. They gave me things so I couldn't leave. I'm just happy it's all over now. But I do feel regret. Regret that I didn't take it into my own hands to free myself from Professor Orange. If I had just gathered courage, I could have. I don't know. But still, I'm happy I'm finally free. Yeah, you go live your life, bud. Or afterlife in this case. Hello, Green Mage, what's up? Oh, wow! Who could have believed that there was more to it all? I'm so thrilled! I assumed the world would just cease to exist. Plop! And then nothing, you know. But this is truly astonishing. What do you have to say, Muppet? Wonder where we will appear. Really? That's it? Come on, man. How very insightful. Oh, Brown. It feels so stupid. I thought we were actually in the afterlife. But I'm happy there's another journey coming. I'm a bit sad that I became quite accustomed to my body. But I've existed for eons. Maybe some change is good. It must have been hard for you to kill everyone. Yeah, you have no idea, dude. Yeah, well, somebody had to do it. When you have to say gold pig.
I've lost everything. The world doesn't exist. I'm not really me anymore. All these things I used to care about, they don't matter. In a strange way, I feel relieved.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Gold Pig finally has learned from their actions. How about that? Yeah. I never really did come up with a voice for Reese, so I'll just let you read the dialogue. And look at freaking Light Being over there. They're just freaking out. I tell ya, they're crazy, man. What do you have to say?
Thank you for freeing me. You are truly a great warrior.
You were too. That was a great fight. Hello, kitty. We had a deal. I can't believe you killed me. This situation has become so bothersome. I have to use one of my lives to get out of this tricky situation. These lives aren't infinite, you know. I guess I only have myself to blame. Dealing with death is a risky game. I guess the lesson is to take more precautions. No. Yeah, I guess so. I find it very interesting that they call this thing a red dead mushroom. Because the emanated mushroom is considered one of the most toxic mushrooms known to humans. And yeah, that's what they use to base the super mushroom off of. Sign reads, you've done well. What a strange place you have brought me to. It's not that weird. Especially if you played Yume Nikki. So this is it, huh? What's the point of it all? I got some thinking to do, Red. Or whoever you really are. Man, you gotta get with the times.
I didn't know I was an immortal, but knowing that there is more. Sorry, it makes me feel invigorated.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
I did job good. Looking forward to reward.
Yeah, the afterlife is its own reward, my dude. Doesn't feel right that we're already at the end of the game. I mean, I know that Everhood is a short game. I mean, it sure probably didn't feel like it to y'all, but... I mean, it was both longer and shorter than I thought, because... Look, you don't realize just how tough it is to battle it out with these enemies and try to commentate at the same time. It's very irritating. Oh, rednecks. I was shocked with everything that has happened. But I am happy with how it turned out. I think Planet's the happiest of us all. Is it you, Red? You've changed quite a bit. I can't do friggin' Driba's voice. Yeah, Driba. I couldn't remember what the name of that freaking Galvin was. Which, honestly, that was the voice I was trying to do for these two idiots, just because I thought it fit so well, because Blue Kick was the tall one, and this guy was the short one, so... Yeah. I'll never get over how freaking detailed the sprite art is. It's so good. Hello, Spirit. You did well. We can finally know peace. It wouldn't have been possible without you. Yeah, it's basically just the same shit, different day. It's all in a day's work for the Reaper. Uh-huh. Now what name are you gonna call yourself? Fridge? Fridge. Tonby. Yeah, that's better. Hey, at least Tonby sounds like an actual name. I mean, fridge isn't a name. That's an appliance.
I will be honest with you, Pink. I never expected the afterlife would look like this. I feel like I'm in a dream. It has been nice, but I do feel a bit sad. Are you sad?
Not really.
You have a heart of stone, you know. Maybe that's how you were able to do all this.
Bro.
Oh, I can't stay here. Well, I guess this is goodbye then. Thanks for all our encounters. We had a blast.
Dude. This is not funny. It wasn't funny when you did it before. It sure isn't funny now. Alrighty. Trying to remember who. Ah, Frog. I'm gonna save you for last.
Red,
Hi, Pink.
I'm so happy to see you again.
I'm so happy to see you, bud.
Once I died, it felt very cold and everything became dark and it got all scary. But after a while, that frightful feeling disappeared, and when I opened my eyes, I was here. I knew you weren't the bad guy.
Aww. I love that they continue to believe in us.
I knew you had it in you. It gives me great pleasure that you were able to free the souls. We can finally venture onwards and leave this place. I was worried to put too much pressure on you. What I've asked you isn't suitable for anyone, but you had a reason for coming here, didn't you? Even as we are ending the chapter, I have a strange feeling there is more to this world.
Well, there's gonna be a sequel, so... Alrighty. Now that's the last NPC. I mean, you gotta say Frog for last. I mean, he was the first NPC we met, and obviously they had to be the last. But now, it's time to finally say goodbye to the Everhood. At least this version of the Everhood. Again, there's going to be a sequel sometime, apparently in early 2025, which is not that far away, so I'm honestly looking forward to what is going to happen. I mean, supposedly there's going to be 3 protagonists that you can choose from, so that ought to be interesting, but they're all like pink, so I don't know. It ought to be interesting, that's all I know. Now let's go ahead and talk to the Buddha and end it right. Dude, what are you doing?
Hello, human. Are you ready to end the game?
Yes.
It has been a spectacle watching you. I'm done posing. Let us say farewell. In a way, it deserves to end.
Oh, you couldn't hide from me that well. Yeah, it couldn't end any other way, now could it? One final farewell battle. Which is actually what this song is called on the soundtrack, and obviously it's one of the last ones, so... Yeah, it's just kind of a nice victory lap. Just to kind of dance around with everybody. It's real nice, I like it. Although the fact that you're able to die in this fight is kind of stupid, but whatever. Just like even in your farewell battle, you're still allowed to die. It's kind of silly. Honestly, you would think they would disable the health bar for that. Anyway, so since this is the final battle of the game, and honestly I don't feel like showing the credits, I guess I can give my final thoughts on the project. Everhood is quite the experience. This is honestly probably one of the most psychedelic and memorable experiences I've had the last decade in terms of gaming. Even though, like, there were parts of it that I think were not as polished, and it seems like this is probably the reason why they delayed Game 2 as much as they did. Because I think this game came out in 2021. So they've been developing the game now for about 3 or 4 years, so... Honestly, the translation, well, it's very good. It has a lot of flavor and all that. It can be rough at times, like particularly whenever it comes to like the little lore bits and stuff like that. And to be honest, I kinda wish that there were a few more character moments in this game. If I had to be real honest, like maybe a couple more battles and stuff like that, or maybe just a bit more dialogue in between areas. Though, and now dramatic pause. Honestly, I think the lack of dialogue, like while I did complain about it, I think it really does add to the atmosphere of the game. It makes it really feel like this is a rundown place that is slowly deteriorating the longer it exists. And all the characters, as simple as they are very well characterized, and I just, it's so good. Obviously, the soundtrack is just incredible. One of the absolute best soundtracks of the decade. That and... Well, actually, Underhero came out in 2018, so... I guess, like in the last maybe 5 years or so, this would be like one of the best soundtracks I've ever listened to for a video game. And the battle system is very, very unique. And honestly, playing Underhero alongside this really does kinda make me appreciate when game designers change things around to make things a lot more interesting. Because if I'm being perfectly honest, I think there are parts of like the traditional JRPG battle system that are just really archaic and take too damn long. But something like Everhood turns it on its head and makes it far more interesting. It's more about dodging and enjoying the music that characterizes each encounter. That just really makes a difference. Let me think, what else did I really have a thought about? Oh god. I'm having like a million thoughts right now. Honestly, in terms of availability, this game is available across all platforms. PlayStation has recently received it, Xbox recently received this, and it's obviously on Steam and Nintendo Switch. So, my advice is, even though it's flawed, I give this a very high recommendation. And now, we have one last thing, and that is the final absolute truth. And then we can finally say goodbye to the Everhood. Here we are. I thought I destroyed you. At the end of the road, we have witnessed an eventful journey. Why, yes, we have. Many words have been said. Some thoughts have been shared. I just shared some scattered thoughts. Before you leave, do you wish to hear the last absolute truth? Fuck yeah, I do! That's what I live for. There are no absolute truths. You are free to wrap your half-truths into whatever. That is the true beauty of it. You can make it the rest. You still have a long time left, and some after that. Take care of yourself, a friend. Alright. Wise words. Thank you, and good night.